what we've been talking about is how we wrestle our schedule, what we've been through. I mean, we've been through a total grinder of a schedule, and here's where it pays big dividends. They haven't, to be quite honest. They haven't had many tough matches. So I said to them, they're going to be hard. They're going to come at us hard, but I think later on we can get them, and I think that's what happened in a lot of those matches.
Schleifer leans in with the head. Kent unable to use that. 20 seconds remain. Kent looks for a trip. A couple fakes from Casey. Schleifer dives in. About 10 seconds, takedown.
Kent with the cradle right now. He's in position to get near fall. Rolls through.
Oh, he pulls
Schleifer.
too far. The reversal for Schleifer. Add the riding time in the final is 7-4.
So I lost my composure a little bit. I lost track of time. I think that was the biggest thing. Made a mistake, shot to my knees. I'm going to work on that for sure. And yeah, that was just bad match tactics, but yeah, pulled out the win.
What was great about that match is he listened. We made adjustments from Friday where I thought he was a little bit too tight with his opponent. If you noticed, he was on the outside and kind of quick tying, and that's where his offense opened up. It was beautiful, and he hit like that takedown. That one takedown was sick when he went from the shot to the underhook throw by. It was great.
Opportunity here for Bethea. He needs to find it, find that will. DeMoss equally trying to keep him down. Bethea sits, peeling on that left arm. 5 seconds. Can't get out. Time will run out. Final score 2-1 in favor of Riley DeMoss in tiebreaker.
Tough loss there for the Penn Quakers. Huge upset for the Princeton.
D'Angelo, you know, those two guys were exhausted at the end. What was it about D'Angelo there in that overtime that got him the win?
I think he just saw an opportunity. He was like, here it is, here's my shot. I mean, he fought through some tough no takedowns when Bethea was in, and I was like, oh my God, and he got out. But I think he saw that was his opportunity to win the match, and he just went hard and took advantage of it. And he was just tough. He was just tough. He got out right away. Bethea didn't want to ride him. Then he got on top, and he worked really hard to stay on top. It was a great win for him.
Those final, once you get into that final 30 seconds where you know you've got the lead, is it tactical, or is it just kind of guts at that point?
It's kind of guts, but I would say at that point I was kind of numb. I was more tired in the third period in the first overtime, but at that point it's like, all right, I got to do what has to be done. So I got out, and I knew I could ride it out. That's one of my better positions.
A returning All-American, he's lost his last 3 matches, and the last 2 have been by fall. Jacob Berkowitz at the Midlands is, oh, but there's a counter from Harner. Back points being counted, and Harner's thinking about a fall of his own. He's had enough of being pinned and was looking for backs in a fall, and he gets 2 and 4. A big 6-point move on the pin.
Yeah, I think he's coming back. He's had, you know, I just think competitively, it's just been off a little bit. It happens sometimes in a D1 season where you're trying to get through a little bit of a slump, but I think that was a breakthrough. Just how he composed himself the whole match was incredible. It was a good match for him to get back on track. Back on track to wrestling like an All-American is what I would say, and I think he's right on track to do big things this year.
You know, your guys experienced what it was like to wrestle Cornell for the Ivy title. I mean, you got a ways to go, but now that you're in Ivy season, like, can you feel something a little different in these matches?
Absolutely. This is important. This is what I love. This is fun, and we want Cornell. We got some tough teams. We got to wrestle to get there. I mean, Harvard's got some good guys. Columbia's got some good guys. But at the end of the day, I hope it comes down to us and Cornell up at Cornell.